iconic.
These are all default heroes for Aurora. Let's see if that's gonna fare. How that's gonna fare against a lineup that's very sharp and steady here for Fnoc. Casters, let's go into the battlefield.
Here's the hoping. Aurora isn't out of tricks just yet. Game number 3, and still not on the board as Fnatic
Welcome to
Philippines
Mobile
push
Legends.
on to match point. Possibly after this.
Possibly. They got to get to that point. And you know what? So far, man, you know, even for our viewers that might have missed the previous 2 games, King Kong's got to be controlled, and the fact that they went with this Fanny right away, that's a statement here.
More than just King Kong needs to be controlled. They got to make sure that whatever King Kong is planning for the comeback is accounted for. Make sure that after the 10-minute, 12-minute mark, King Kong remains under control.
Because remember, they didn't even trade turtles the previous game. Like,
Nope.
they were just
All in.
moving around the map the way they wanted to. And, you know, looking at the emblems here, they're going to want to do the same thing like this time, too, that you see Super Francis running Warcry emblem here.
That's a tailored pick. Only few mages would actually want Warcry.
Yeah.
So here, telegraphing Super Prince, he wants to fight. He wants to deal a lot of damage very fast and get in that early game advantage. Spike up in the mid to late when he has items. Turn him into a right-clicking mage.
Yeah, Domeng, Rora, this has been the story in the gold lane. You know, throughout the series, these two just kind of duking it out. Domeng, you know, already had to use that Purify early on, and that's just what they want to do. Both of them want to get the upper hand earlier if they can. You can see Brusco visiting up here top side. Demon Kite too. Kelra's pretty low.
He's dead.
Tempest Blades, goodbye Kelra. First blood in the hands of Demon Kite.
The Smiling Demon starting hot early on. Not even 2 minutes. Turtle still preparing to spawn lower quarter. Let's talk about that XP lane matchup. Arlott versus Edith. This is Kirk's old flame, by the way.
Yep.
In his debut season with Minana in season 12.
Back when Arlott fit all roles.
Season 13.
Yeah.
This was the one here that made us all just stand in awe. It's like, wow, Kirk knows how to play Arlott.
And he showcased it. What was it, game 1, right? Game 1, he brought it out and made it work here. So he's pretty close to that level 4. Should have it by the time they actually commit to this turtle. Super Prince grabbing his own Primal Wrath.
Oh,
So they'll work through it.
The perfect ult to steal. Some would argue, yeah, maybe you should steal the Eternal Guard. No, Super Prince wants this. This is the perfect pickup for the ult since he has Warcry. It's so good.
Which is funny because remember before he ran Brave Smite,
Yep.
right? So like,
Well, the many different flavors of Super Prince's Valentina. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
likes to kind of approach it that way. And it looks like, you know, for now, they'll just kind of ignore the turtle while they go ahead and look for something else. Part of this also is just, again, having those level 4s available. Demon Kite on the top. Oh, that implosion's not going to catch him.
From a different angle, Demon Kite forced to use Tempest of Blades. From a different angle, an implosion would actually catch a Ling mid-air. You did this earlier today.
I did this earlier, yeah, when we were playing. It works pretty good, and I think that's why when we were in the draft, you saw the facial expression of Demon Kite, you know, as they were trying to work through it and figure out,
knows.
like, yeah, what are they going to take? They know that Tigreal's over there, but you're more so just relying on that skill, that mechanics that Demon Kite has shown us before to have the upper hand.
The instincts. Because at this point, he knows that it's a cure. It's not even prevention. Like, he knows it's going to suck when he comes into the range of the Brusco's Tigreal. And that was one key situation wherein he was forced to use his ult defensively. Now the turtle started up once more. Lower quarter. This is a delayed turtle, man.
This is probably about as delayed as it gets because both junglers, they want to just make sure they have their purple buffs. You know, and both of them right now, they just like, all right, let's ignore it.
Shades of Demon Kite's old team, RSG. A rotation that they made popular in 2022-2023, the delayed Lord Turtle take, wherein they made sure that the buffs were secured first. And now look at this, King Kong
He's just staring at
challenging
him.
Whoa!
Oh, that's enough damage to come through with the cutthroat as well. Might be looking for more on UA under the turret. King Kong won't. Oh, does he get away? No. Renegade will get him that one cable off, but still that's 2 kills now for King Kong.
The beast is slain, but I think he's happy with what he got away with anyways. but I think he'd be happier if he survived. What was that? Did he miss the angle of one cable?
And that's what it looked like. But I think even then, I'm not sure if that would have, if he still would have escaped.
Yeah, he would have ended up underneath the turret anyways.
Yeah, and Renegade was right there. Probably would have been able to get the unbreakable taunt off, I'm assuming. But nonetheless, you know, it gives a double to King Kong, and there's still no turtle taken.
That's
so
right. This might as well be the second turtle here.
At this point, yeah. He might start this one up. King Kong working on the orange buff. Meanwhile, Demon Kite rotating up top.
Mr. Consistent's first item, the Antique Cuirass. It should help in stopping King Kong from doing his thing. Even Kirk, like Kirk hurts,
yeah,
right?
Does.
If you're just clashing swords with him randomly and then some way, somehow, King Kong joins the fray, like that should help Edward stay tougher. Super Frizz, though, picking up the, how often do you're a mid laner, how often does a Valentina pick up a Starlium site?
Super Fritz is on, so let him cook, right?
What?
Oh, hold on! Doming! In trouble, King Kong again. Cable's gonna come through, don't tell me. Doming, wow. He actually survived. I don't know how that happened, King Kong. Not get the angle he's looking for, but here's the final slash, Eternal Guard as well. Finally, a turtle's gonna be taken. Demon Kite will get it. Now still looking for more. Kirk won't get away. King Kong jumping under the turret, clears that tier 1 in the mid out. So they'll trade it. Finally, Eternal goes to Rora, and they get a turret here in the hands of Fnoc.
Make it 2, because Keldor was also working on that top lane tier 1. So that puts Fnoc slightly up, because again, I think turrets are more valuable than turtles in the grander scheme of things. 6.5 minutes in, Fnatic on it, constantly playing the map. Aurora taking what fights come their way. Back to the man of the hour here, Super Prince. What was that, game 1? It was a Brave Smite.
Yep.
Game 3 now, it's a Warcry. He's building Starlium sides. What's he on his way to? I reckon that is a glowing wand.
Could be, yeah.
Dude, Super Prince, what he's up to with this Valentina is just pure anarchy.
It's gotta be a combination, though, with taking the Primal Wrath, right? Like, that's what I'm assuming here.
He's basically cosplaying as an Edith.
Yes, that's the perfect way to put it.
That's him.
Hey, the ultimate is called IMU, so it works.
He is Edith.
He is Edith at this point.
Renegade.
Final slash. Renegade gonna try to jump away. Will escape, utilizing that Avatar of the Guardian. Meanwhile, purple buff work done by Demon Kite. And again, this is gonna be a game where only one turtle gets to go to a team, as the Lord is coming up here in about 30 seconds.
Aurora scored more kills. Aurora took the first turtle, the only turtle in this game. And the rotation can actually, the lineup can actually rotate fast. They're capable of that, given the Ling, given the Thought, given the Moskov. But is this not such a far cry from their performance against Falcons AP Bren last night? They buried the defending world champions. Oh, King Kong in trouble. All right, he's fine. They buried the defending world champions. Oh, come on, King Kong, let me finish.
King Kong doesn't want to let you finish, and look at the response here.
This is
he
why.
He bought enough time. Renegade goes in with the Unbreakable. He jumps on out, and that'll be enough time to allow also Domeng to get to safety.
Impressive work, Aurora. High game sense. Fnatic Onyx, they tried.
Yeah.
Good setup.
Good rotation.
Just, again, a mobile lineup. Aurora can control the map, but what is it? Did King Kong get in their heads?
Whoa! The damage on the bottom, Domeng! That's what they have to watch out for from King Kong on the Fanny.
Is it gonna come down to Demon Kite babysitting Domeng? Because there's nobody who can protect him.
And the panel talked about this in the draft, that the Moskov was the option, but you're almost a sitting duck against a Fanny, and that's what happened there. So that's Lord secured as well for Fnoc, and now this is where they put the pressure on the resources of Demon Kite here. Purple buff going to be worked on.
King Kong didn't retreat.
They're going to rely on it. Implosion's going to be used. Spear Destruction as well. They're going to break out in the fight. Kirk could be in trouble. Final slash. Demon Kite's gone, but they're clapping back here. King Kong will cable on out after he takes out Renegade.
Watch Kelra.
The 2-for-2 trade still in the mid lane. Kelra taking the spear. Has to be careful. Backs off, and Super Prince as well.
Fnatic Onyx looking for more. After that pickoff on Domeng down bottom, looking to capitalize, gets clapped back on by Aurora, who have a respectable kit, mind you. They have great responses, and here in this fight, they got a solid AOG, a solid EG, but the fact is, there was just way too much CC in the paint for Fnatic Onyx to let Demon Kite do his thing. Like, this is not an ideal.
King Kong.
King Kong!
Oh, he is in
Basic
trouble.
attack!
That's a little basic attack, but it's going to fall off there. Able to escape, but as you were saying,
He's faster than a projectile!
he's faster. He should be, right? I mean, you're cabling. You've seen that show. They're pretty fast.
This 3D maneuver here is ridiculous. What I'm trying to say is Demon Kite has to go through so many layers. Has to go through a Tigreal, an Arlet, a Valentina that's turned into an Edith, and then the threat of a jump from Kelra. Like, he has to think of all of those things and allocate the Tempest of Blades in a beneficial way. Now, Kirk in trouble.
Renegade goes in with a taunt. Not sure if this is the fight they're going to want. Final Slash not going to land as well. Renegade taking quite a few shots, and he'll disengage with a jump again. Meanwhile, King Kong takes the purple buff, waiting patiently to see who's going to come here. He's going to get spotted out, though, so just takes the buff for now.
So far, I'm counting about 50-50. Renegade casting a DAG, a defensive Avatar of the Guardian. Like, that's mainly what he uses it for, but that might be what he needs. Doming's in trouble.
Doming's in trouble here. Too much to handle as that full force of Fnoc comes on top.
Doming is down. This is not a drill. Doming died twice, yes, but in my head I can already see 3 or 4 more deaths in the very same way. Unless they figure something out, unless they find a way to give him space on the map. But that is easier said than done, especially if Fnatic ought to just pop all these holy shields, man.
Yeah, who do you send to protect Doming? Again, he even purified out of that. But you're just overloaded by so much that even so, you can't really escape that. So, you know, is Doming just, is his only option to just sit in the base?
That seems to be the story here. You can purify stacks on the 1-1. You can purify from the many setups from Kirk and Brusco. But at the end of the day, King Kong just comes in. Purify what?
Yeah.
In the air, if Kelra does fly.
Oh,
Demon Kite! Demon Kite, whoa!
Look at the damage coming out. Again, another defensive AOG going to be used. And this is getting a little dire here for Rora, as it looks like the lights are really dimming in this game number 3 for them.
Sun's about to set. 12.5 minutes in. And Fnatic Onyx have scored the first Lord, yes. But they're taking the time with this one. They want to make sure that it's almost impossible for Aurora to contest, or they have a clear take. And Demon Kite.
There we go
From
again.
the flank here.
They're going to use it. They're going to jump in. Super Prince as well. Demon Kite going in with Tempest of Blades. Will be able to find Super Prince. Could be looking for more. They get the knock up here through as Kirk going to fall. And they still have Kelra, King Kong, and Brusco to face off against the Lord.
Well, I'll be damned. The first time in a while, Aurora are actually
Where's he going?
3v5.
They're going to jump in. Kelra! He is gone! And Rora finds a little bit of hope, and the light shines a little bit brighter at this point in the game.
There's an ember of flickering, Aurora are back in this game. 4 for none, plus a Lord. Did Fnatic Onyx not respect the output of Aurora? Did they hedge on the fact that Demon Kite was not going to catch King Kong?
Oh, I guess not, and with that too, they've been waiting to do this. Take the purple buff from King Kong, so they have a massive swing now in their favor here, Leo, for this Lord push in.
Usually, it's at this precipice, this crossroads, that Fnatic Onyx just somehow snap into killer mode, into end game. But now it's Aurora who's in that position. 1,000 gold ahead, the map turning red, and for the first time in a while, King Kong has to play defensive again. Aurora looking to clear up these lanes, and they're hunting. I think they're looking for King Kong.
They're trying to find him right here. King Kong, is he going to be able to escape?
Spotted.
He gets stopped for now, and they won't be able to catch him any further. But right now, Rora playing to get these turrets down, to get some space to work with, because remember, Doming has had a hell of a time trying to push these side lanes in because of King Kong.
And now, I think Doming has gone through the tough part. I think Doming is in a better place right now. There's an SOD thrown in, threatening the skill. A little too dangerous. Rora's going to choke out these resources.
Keep together. Part of that, too, why Doming feels a little bit more comfortable as well is he did get that wind of nature. So even if King Kong shows up, at least he has an option to play into it.
That's right. Safe from King Kong, safe from Kelra. He only really has to worry about a rogue final slash from Kirk or like Super Prince coming in from a weird angle. Those are the only real threats, the only natural predators to Doming's Moskov right now. The purple in jeopardy. Aurora choking out King Kong. There's a final slash. Failed.
Slash, AOG going to be used. Not going to be able to find the connection. Internal guard drop down to Kirk. In trouble as Doming will get that one. And again, Rora will find another pickoff. And they force it down right now through the mid lane.
SOD!
SOD going to be dropped down. They just want this mid turret. It's one hit away. It finally drops down, and that looks like what Rora's going to get.
Tranquilo. Tranquilo. Say the Auroras. Slowly but surely, there's a Lord spawning in 30 seconds. They'd rather play for that than force anything that may be a regrettable call. Checking out these items right now. Doming up by about 1,000 gold, so he's a fully built Moskov. On his way to being a barefoot Moskov.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. King Kong. Do they know? They don't hear this, no?
Yeah, they don't hear. They don't see the thunder. They're all right.
Oh,
but
now they do.
now they see that he's there. They'll make their way to the Lord here because that's the prize for Rora. They have to secure this one. And you know Fnoc is going to want to fight, make them work for it. Win a crown picked up by Renegade.
It was a 12-minute drought. It was a very difficult early to mid for Aurora. And now that they're in control, they got to do this right. Brusco coming in. King Kong from the east going for the flank. So is Kelra. They spot him.
Kelra zoned out. King Kong taking a ton of hits. Spear Destruction won't land. Demon Kite jumping back towards the Lord. They just want to be able to secure the objective. And DK will get it. And they'll get Kirk as well. And now Fnoc once again backs against the wall on the defense.
The Northern Lights are now up 5,000 gold. 17 minutes in, King Kong starving, struggling to take his purple, fails. And Demon Kite now. Once again, I see the smile back on his face. Naisu, I am impressed with Aurora's micro mechanics. For 2 or 3 times now, they have overloaded the young buck Kirk. Do you see how even in the smallest of alleys in the jungle, they're just able to dodge his final slash?
They've been maneuvering it, and it's impressive because it's without a Raphael they had the last game with the movement speed.
It's as if they still do. And there's the SOD and the Lord marching in mid. In comes Demon Kite.
Gonna jump in. Kirk already using the final slash. Tempest Blaze as well. 2 Lords on the field. Still gonna be working through it. Implosion not gonna be enough as well. Even with the crossbow of Tang, it's not enough as Rora finally gets on the board for the series. Now 2-1.
And we have a ball game. All right.